Hey lovelies, it's your girl Swan here bringing to you a brand new video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks so much for giving my video a try. I hope you stick around and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and click that little bell so you'll always be notified when a new video comes out. Hey! So it's that time again, lovelies. It's where I'm doing a recap of this week's Inktober pieces. And I think I did, the last video was 1 to 11, so it's 12 to 18 today. Yay! So let's create some headspace. Right, that should be enough, hopefully, because I can't see the camera right now. So for day 12, it's a new friend. So with this piece is like where Moonlight was walking in a corridor one day, and this head just popped out in front of her, and she was so startled she jumped back. If I had more time, I would have put books in her hand and the books flying over to make it more dramatic, but I was tired. But I'm really happy with this piece. The friend, well, the person she met, her name is Cecile. Upper contains, but it's Fontaine. It's, wow, I keep looking at my tablet. It's by this amazing artist I found on YouTube. Well, yeah, YouTube. And I follow her on Instagram, and she's doing the same prompt as I am. And she created Cecile Fontaine, and she's Daxani art. Yeah, I'll put links to her stuff online. I'm really liking her characters and the story so far, and I find they would be really cool friends because she basically represents the things that Moonlight fears. So of course the friendship didn't start off the best of terms, but Cecile and like Moonlight has like a mistrust of her, but the more she gets to know her, the more she likes Cecile, and they became really great friends. Because you know, it's fun to have friends with people who are controversial, because Cecile's power is to control the dark. She doesn't really, you know what? She doesn't control it. It's more like she has a friendship with the dark, and she could like manipulate it if they choose, if they, you know, allow her to. So find out more about Cecile Fontaine over on Daxini Art. Daxini Art. You know I'm not good at pronouncing people's names. So day 13 is where they ask the question, tea or coffee? I don't drink coffee. Moonlight don't drink coffee. I'm a tea person. I'm not dissing coffee. It's not for me, and it's not for Moonlight. And I had this idea of Moonlight just having a quiet tea time, and for me, I'm sorry about the sweating. It's late at night and light directly on me. So it's not late at night. So the thing with me now is that I always want to put more things on the scene. So right now I'm in the middle of doing tomorrow's prompt, and my mind is like, oh, I want to put this and I want to put that, but it's a one-a-day prompt. So you roll, take it simple, and just try to get the main part of your idea across. So I'm trying to take my own advice, but this one, more. Oh, bad at just like editing myself. But I did the hands, and I wasn't sure how to like portray her tattoos on the underside of her hand. I know how it looks here, but I don't know how it will look around. So I didn't draw her tattoos on her arms, but I think it'll just go around. Anyhow, that's something to think about for another day. But I really like how this came out. She's having tea on a tray with some flowers and teapots. Oh, so cute. So apparently I've officially made purple and green my color palette for Inktober. I wasn't even aware, but yeah. And you guys keep, as these things keep going along, you can see my use of texture like increases. It have one where I put so much texture in it you would not believe. So the other one now is what's in their locker. Moonlight has an enchanted backpack, you know, the bag she always carries. So Moonlight doesn't really need a locker, but since it's mandatory and it'll just be wasted space, Moonlight decided to put some plants in her locker. and I really like the idea, and a lot of people seem to like it as well. So on the locker, on the on the door of the locker, it has the schedule, like the watering schedule, some planting tools, and a watering can. And Moonlight just basically uses it as a place for her plants. So I think it was a brilliant idea. It's just so fun that you see the prompt, even though you could think about it in advance, but you mostly think about the first 3 or 4 prompts and how it could go. But the prompts are long, you kind of have to think about it on a daily basis. So I'm like, locker, what will her locker look like? And I was just like, Moonlight like plants, put plants inside there. She puts everything she needs in her bag. So day 15, this was a precious and sad moment. For those of you who knows Moonlight's history, you know that Moonlight is a shapeshifter and she used to be bad. And in her bad days, she destroyed all her original pictures that she could have got her hands on, so that nobody could like track her back of, because when you're evil or if you're bad, you always want to, what is it called? Erase your past or erase like your trail back to you. So that's what she was trying to do, because she's constantly someone new at like a moment's notice. She didn't want reminders of her past self or something like that. It's not fully concrete, but she destroyed all her old photos. And when she snapped back into reality, like what she's doing is wrong, and she doesn't want to use her powers as much as she should or in the way that she was doing it. And by the time she came to that realization, it was too late. She has no photos to remember what she used to originally look like. Her mom, of course, is not going to remember, because she herself constantly shifts, not to do bad thing, but just shifts. She just shifts all the time. Sometimes she shifts so much she doesn't even realize, and she does it. It's scary. It's real scary. If you don't know that, check last year's Inktober prompt. It's all there. And the only thing Moonlight has is this really old picture of her mom when Moonlight was born. She has this really old picture of her mom holding her when she was born, and you see baby Moonlight with her cute little pigtails, because she was born with a head full of hair. Yeah. And yeah, I think it was precious, and I didn't want it to look like a new photograph. I wanted it to be old, so I put to make it look old. I wish I made it aged more, but I'm really happy, and it's really sad. It's like, oh, it's so cute, it's so sad. Oh, so on to the next prompt. Day 16 is fave food. I did a video on this Wednesday. So you guys kind of know the backstory, even though I was tired. So I was really having like a problem or like block with this prompt, because when I was planning out my Inktober, I had like ideas of what to do for each day, but for this one I had no idea. What could be her favorite food? There's so much food. Food is awesome. What would be her favorite food? And I don't know, but the only thing that keep coming, cake. It's like, what? Cake, huh? Cake. Okay. But that's the only thing that was coming to my head. So I was like, all right, let's give her cake. So I was thinking all these beautiful, like, those cake photography, when they have a slice of cake on a plate and you photograph it. Take pictures of it. Yeah, that's what in my mind. But like Mona was like, hell no, I don't want no pretty cake looking pretty. I want cake I can eat. So that's what happened here. And Moonlight just has her face stuffed with cake because she loves cake, but she doesn't like people seeing her eat cake, because she know things get messy. Yeah. So this is the picture where, so like how I do the drawing is like somebody walked in and caught her eating the cake, and she like opened her eyes wide like, oh my god, you see me in my shame. And this is the picture where I also realized I was whitewashing my own character. Because I tried not to depend on the other line art with, wait, is the mic thingy in this? Okay, alright, as I was saying, I tried not to depend on looking back at the other illustrations I did, because for some of them I took the liner from the old one and like did the hair for Moonlight and the face, and I was like, no, if I keep doing that I won't get better digital art. It just depend on tracing again. So I was like, no, don't do it. So I'll just take the color palette from each, because it's the same color palette I use. I have like a layer for that, and I'll just drag it over to the new file I created, and I'll just take off the others. And it's when going over the prompts again, going through my Instagram feed, I was like, wait, Moonlight was very dark in the beginning. Why is she so light now? I whitewashed my own character. Ah! So this is after this Moonlight got back a dark skin. I'm not gonna change it, but you learn from your mistakes. Now she's a shapeshifter. She shapeshifts her skin lighter. Anyway, let's work with that. So day 17. Garden or plants? Yes, please. If I had more time, which I finished 2 o'clock in the morning with this illustration, I would have put more plants, because plants are the best. I'm a plant lady right now. I'm collecting plants. So this one gives me a very cozy and peaceful vibe. So Moonlight is just sitting down on her windowsill facing her garden, and she's surrounded by the plants she has indoors, and she put her hair in a fishtail braid, and she's sipping tea. Gosh, I was so tired I didn't even put like smoke for the tea, because nobody wants warm tea or cold tea. Everybody wants hot tea, but at least me do. Can you tell I'm tired? I'm not speaking proper words. But I'm really happy with this. But I put so much texture on top of texture. I think I put 6 layers of texture on top of this one, and I was like, I was so tired. I was like, oh, it looked good. And then I was like, in the morning, I was like, oh crap, I shouldn't have put so much texture. Because believe it or not, when I'm coloring these things, it's only gray. Of course, the purple for the hair and the eyes. So it's only gray colors I use. Shades of black, I should say. Is it shades or tone? Tones of black and the purple fitting, and then when I do color balance and all the layers on top for the texture, it turns a purple illustration. So it's meant to be purple. And this one is my favorite. I love this because I love plants. There's tea, and she's calm, and she's mainly wearing a bra and a panty, but who cares? She's home in her apartment, in her, what is it called, university apartment. So on to day 18 and the last one. Don't know why I keep singing, I'm sorry. So anyhow, this one is crush. So this is crush or love interest. So when I read this, I was immediately thinking of this hot Native American dude with straight long black hair, jet black hair, and he's buff and he has tribal tattoos, and I was like, yeah. And Moonlight was like, hell no. And I was like, why? And she was like, nope. I was like, why? I was all fit. I was all down to join that dude. But Moonlight was like, no. That surprised me. I was not expecting that. I was like, Moonlight? She? Moonlight was like, she. And I'm sounding like a crazy person, but when you have an OC, they kind of have their own voice in your head. Does that make me sound crazy? Do you guys understand what I'm talking about? Because I think I sound crazy. But Moonlight just had this picture in my head. She likes the straight hair, apparently. Straight hair, blue. And the hair have to cover the eye. I think the picture's up here already, I'm not sure. And the hair have to cover the eye. And she's a shy witch. And I was like, okay, weird. So I drew her. And apparently she's my new OC. Because I got an instant storyline for her. I don't have a name. Duh, I'm bad at names. But this is Moonlight's crush. They're not together yet. They don't even like interact with each other. They just have botany class together, and Moonlight often gets distracted in class because she's always staring at her. you know, because she finds she's cute. And and her crush kind of has a mystery around her. She is from the Oracle line, because you know, like Professor Trelawney. But over the years, the blood get diluted and the power as well got diluted. So there's no true Oracle again. And if you guys watch Steven Universe, it's like the red slash orange sapphire. It's where they like the power is so bad that they could just predict things that just happened. So that was just so cute in Steven Universe, where something will happen and then she'll be like, I predict that Steven will burst through the door, and Steven already burst through the door. It was so adorable. I loved her. She was so cute. But this is how the Oracle line is portrayed now. There's many different Oracle lines. But the thing with this girl is she has full visions. Yeah. She could control it, but sometimes they come on her when she doesn't need it or unexpected. And yeah, it's really, she predicts a lot of things that are supposed to happen, and most of them are not good. But she knows the history of Oracle. I'm telling you a whole story, but anyhow, it's the last one. I could spend some time. It's just she knows the Oracle of her great ancestor, and how people hounded her or hounded them to get their visions told. They wanted to know everything. Nobody wanted things to be a secret or surprise anymore. Everybody wanted to know what was coming about, and let's keep saying they had no peace. They had no life of their own because they had no life of their own because people constantly demanded them. And even have ancestors who were like kidnapped and, you know, taken prisoner for kings to just tell their future, and you know, all those kind of dark histories. And since she's in the family, she learned that history, and she didn't want that to happen to her. So because the thing is, there's a mark of an oracle or a mark of a witch, and her own is in her eye, the eye that she covers, that she has her hair covering. So she always covers that eye because she doesn't want anyone to see her mark, because it resembles the mark of like the first oracle, because there's like illustrations, and in each of these illustrations there's that mark on her, and she has that mark in her eye. So she's like, hell no, but I don't want people to think or know that she has this power, because then she's going to be hounded and then she won't have a life of her own. My gosh. I've talked so much about her, and I just created her yesterday. So wait, yeah, yesterday and today, since I finished this morning, because I'm recording this Friday again. So guys, what do you think of her? Do you have a name for her? Because for some reason I'm thinking Bloom, but then that's from Wicks Club, so maybe that's why I put a flower in the back of her. Anyhow, do you have any name suggestions for Moonlight's crush? They will get together, but it won't be easy. It won't be a nice smooth ride, because what's the fun in that? And a lot of things will happen because I'm done thinking about it, and I just want to doodle them together. It's so cute. But anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching. I've just went on and on about this new OC that I created. If you have a name suggestion, leave it in the comments below. I'd really like to know. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. And oh, don't forget to check out my Instagram for all the prompts. And I'm working on tomorrow's one, which is hobby. Come and find out what's Moonlight's hobby tomorrow. Hobby, well, today, Saturday. Yeah, when this video's coming out. You know, so come and check out what's Moonlight's hobby. So I think I've bored you guys enough with my OC, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I would like to thank my patrons so much for supporting me over on Patreon, especially Kaale, YK, and Princess Auntie. Thanks so much for watching, lovely. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Yeah. Gosh, that's a breath.